it just shows the different side of parenting. Like just when you always say like single moms, but what about single dads? And it goes to show just how difficult it can be for some.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the Essay Files. This is the foulest mouth from the South, BogusBird, and the smoothest head in podcasting, CrazyKat. What's going on, dude? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I am portraying Star Wars for a little bit right now.
Yeah. Definitely look like a Sith Lord right now.
Yes, just saying.
Absolutely. Fantastic. And since you're looking like a Sith Lord today, I'm sure you bring some bad news.
Unfortunately, yes.
Or bad muse. Bad muse. All right.
Anyway,
news section. What you got for us today?
I got some little bit of sad news. Actually, pretty sad news. I don't know if you've heard. You probably have. It's been everywhere. But Hawkeye, have you heard what happened?
Avenger. Jeremy Renner. Hawkeye.
Oh, have you heard what happened to him?
Unfortunately, yes. But go ahead and run it through.
Well, I don't know
what happened.
I don't know a huge amount of details on it, just from what I've read and heard. But it turns out that he's in the hospital now due to some what they call a freak accident, pretty much. Again, I don't know too much of the details. From what I've heard was that he had some family over the New Year's. They were leaving, so he wanted to go ahead and plow their driveway for them to leave. And again, and some other like neighborhood area they wanted to do just to be nice. Yeah. But it turns out, and he literally owns his own like huge snow plower thing. So he used that to go ahead and take care of the driveway and other spots. And supposedly what they say happened was that at one point he ended up getting off of it to check something in the front. And the thing started moving towards him. He couldn't get out of the way, and it ended up actually running him over, which obviously can't be good. They don't know how bad it was at first, but they did say he could have messed up his legs pretty bad, like he could have mangled his legs. They said. And what I saw recently was I saw a picture that he posted from the hospital. It showed a couple of scrapes on his face and stuff like that. But he's saying he's awake. He's talking. He didn't give much more detail about that.
Okay,
but he said that he's still in critical condition, but he's awake and he's talking.
Jeez.
And I was just like, yeah, that's freaking the man Hawkeye, man. He's just down for the count.
Yeah, man. It's very, very unfortunate. Yeah, man. Show that he's doing a nice thing around New Year's and just gets plowed like that.
Yeah, shows that superheroes can get hurt too.
Yeah, fucking sucks, dude.
It does.
When I saw the report, it also mentioned that when the accident initially happened, one of his neighbors just so happens to be a doctor. So kind of went out there, checked him out. He was bleeding a lot, so he kind of stopped the bleeding, and then they were able to airlift him to the hospital.
Oh, that's right. And, I remember that.
It's a pretty good chance that doctor saved his life. He could have bled out before he could have gotten to the hospital, or
Yeah.
He's pretty lucky. He's pretty lucky that the doctor just happened to be there. And he suffered from blunt chest trauma and orthopedic injuries that required surgery. So, yeah, he got pretty fucked, dude. He got fucked up pretty bad.
Damn.
And but yeah, he's alive, and that's good. That's good news. That's always good.
Yeah, that's always good. Yeah, that's really crazy. Hopefully it makes a speedy and a quick recovery.
Right, of course, yeah. Yeah, we wish him the best and
absolutely
wish him well.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Moving.
Did you have another story for us?
Yeah. We noticed trying to lift the spirits a little bit here, but we'll see what we can do. Came across this other story that there was these two guys that owned a farm around here, and they're two young guys that owned a farm, and they had horses and all the fun stuff. They had all their stuff, and had cows and all that. And apparently, on a drunken night they had together, they thought it'd be a great idea to actually give beer to the cows that were just drinking water normally.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so and they did. They gave them a bunch of beer, and apparently throughout the night, one of the cows just started just losing it, man, just going crazy, and it just takes off running everywhere, it's running like crazy, like hauling like he was drunk, just going. He was running for a lot
Yeah, yeah.
for a lot of time, and then finally he took off running into the street, and all of a sudden, boom, just falls flat onto the ground. And you
What the
can
shit?
guess what happened.
I don't know. What happened?
It just ran out of gas. Oh my goodness. Okay.
It's terrible. All right. Okay. Well, in other news, we have you heard of a former kickboxer named Renner Tate?
I have, yes.
Did you hear what happened to this guy?
I have not.
This actually also happened very recently, on the first, maybe the second. I don't recall exactly, but apparently he was arrested in Romania. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Mr. Tate, he's a public figure. He's been banned on social media, like all of them, and then he was let back on YouTube. And he's like a motivational speaker, but he's also very anti-women. He's very misogynist. He's very
I think about the same guy. Hang on
opinionated.
Is he like a kind of a buff dude, kind of?
Yeah. He's kind of,
and I got a really deep voice.
Yeah. He kind of looks like you. He's got the he's got the stash. He's got the bald head. But other than that,
okay, then I'm thinking about somebody different. Then okay,
but yeah, he's very opinionated. He's a very controversial dude. He's one of those guys where either you like him or you hate him. I'm not trying to paint a picture here, but like one of the things that I recall him saying is women who have been raped need to take responsibility for them being raped. That's just for me to repeat that. Even that was just kind of.
That's
the kind of shit that this guy says.
There's more to that, right?
I don't think so.
Wow.
I think that was more or less it. Yeah, there's more things that he says that he's very dude. He's very misogynist. He's very anti-women. He's very prejudiced against women. He'll say stuff like, "Boys today don't need to listen to their mother. They need to listen to me. I'll teach them how to be a man," and blah 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 blah. It's like, whoa, okay.
Damn.
Yeah, he's very vocal, very controversial guy.
Wow. How has he not?
You love the guy or you hate the guy, depending.
How he not been jumped by a group of women yet or something, just beaten up or something?
You got me.
Damn.
Yeah, you got me. But anyways, yeah, this guy, a lot of people are cheering. They're happy that he got arrested, and others are not happy about it, of course, right?
Of course.
But apparently he got busted in Romania there's suspicion of human trafficking, suspicion of rape.
Damn.
Where he was holding a couple women and just having his way with them. Then there was also money laundering, possible money laundering. And he was forming organized crime. Yeah, this guy was fucking like the kingpin from Spider-Man. He's basically that guy. Yeah, all under suspicion. So I mean, nothing confirmed as far as I'm aware.
Right.
But he's been under suspicion since April, if I'm not mistaken. So they've kept their eyes on the guy.
Yeah.
And they finally got him. They got him. They busted him, and
good.
Yeah, he's currently sitting in jail. Yeah, man. Any thoughts on the matter?
From what you're telling me, this guy was just a bad dude overall. And maybe in a way he deserves that. And for the way he is, and what you're telling me and his history and stuff, I'm not surprised there was something more going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised something showed up like that. So I believe it. I believe there was something there they found.
Right.
And again, I don't know this guy very well. I'm going by whatever you told me. It kind of deserves to be there. I see it.
Right. Yeah. I don't follow the guy. I don't know too much about the guy either. I've heard the name before, but I never follow the guy or anything. But I mean, if he's doing all these things, then I agree with you. He kind of deserves to be locked up and lose the key, because that's too much.
Right.
There's in certain points and certain ways, I kind of like how confident the guy comes off, but he's confident about the wrong thing, in my opinion. He's a very toxic dude, and no, he should not be role modeling young kids.
Oh yeah, role model obviously.
In just my opinion.
No, role model definitely out of the question for sure.
Right.
Oh yeah. No, that's the way I feel. Again, I like that. Yeah. I know this guy, but that's where I'm at.
There was another one. Maybe you'll have a little more input in this one. Apparently, Drake also got arrested.
Drake.
Arrested. Yeah, Drake. Did you catch wind about this one?
Drake got arrested. Drake, like the rapper Drake?
Yeah, the rapper. Yeah.
Nope, I've heard nothing about that one.
Apparently, I believe it was during the summer, he got arrested, and there was a video that went out where he was getting, put into a police car, and he denied it. Oh yeah, that wasn't me. I wasn't arrested. His publicist was like, nope, that's not him. Here's a photo of him in his hotel room. He was chilling. That wasn't him. Well, apparently, months later, which was like on New Year, Drake released a document on his Instagram. It was like police documentation saying that he was detained. He wasn't arrested. He was detained. And I'm just kind of like I guess in the news media, from what I was reading, people were making a big deal out of it. And honestly, dude, that was like 6 months ago. It's like, I really don't care. It's like, why are you releasing this information now?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't care. I think he was just looking for attention. That's my opinion. That's what I think.
Yeah. You could be right, actually. You could be right. People will do that. They'll bring stuff from the past just to have another 15 minutes of fame. Because honestly, aside from the controversy, I haven't really heard nothing from Drake. I haven't heard any tracks come out for him. Right. Of course, I don't keep up with him that much, but still, I haven't heard anything new come out. I haven't heard much news about him either. So maybe we're trying to get back into the spotlight. Maybe
that's the way I look at it. I mean, either way, if he was arrested, not arrested, I don't care, because the charge was possession of marijuana, so which is whatever. I mean,
even that.
I don't. Either way, I don't really care.
Some cops.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly,
I mean, marijuana is not even a big deal these days. Yeah. It's whatever, dude. I mean, but that's what's going on in the news. So,
all right, that's interesting.
Whatever.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So that's really interesting. All right, let's go ahead and move on.
Yes, sir. Let's roll on into our topic of the day. What you got for us, CK?
Topic of the day. I'd like to talk a little bit about parenthood. The reason,
yes, sir.
The reason for that is I came across a movie that I saw that I didn't really know about. Surprisingly, because it had one of my favorite comedians in it. But I actually watched it last night, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not afraid to admit it. It brought me a little bit to tears, a little bit, certain parts here and there. The movie is actually called Fatherhood, and it stars the comedian Kevin Hart. I'm sure everybody knows about him. In a surprisingly different role than what I'm used to seeing him in. I'm used to seeing him in movies like Ride Along or like Central Intelligence, working with The Rock and stuff, Jumanji and all that. The comedic part of the movie.
Yeah.
But this is a completely different character on his part. Mm-hmm. Very serious, very dramatic. Has a lot of good parts in it that are very convincing. So I was very surprised by the way that movie turned out. Mm-hmm. But not only that, I mean, it's a good movie. It's basically just a quick run through. In the movie, Kevin Hart, he's married, and then his wife goes into labor. The baby's okay, but the mom's dying. So he's left to raise the little girl by himself. And of course, it has some funny parts in it. It also has some heartwarming stuff in it, but it also has some sad parts in it. Overall, it's a good movie. Surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be.
Gotcha.
So it's just something I would recommend, and it just shows the different side of parenting. Like just when you always say like single moms, but what about single dads? And it goes to show just how difficult it can be for some. Mm-hmm. So I'd recommend that movie to someone who's interested in watching like a nice parenting. No, I won't say parenting, but a nice fatherhood. I guess is a movie. I'd recommend Fatherhood. It's really good. It just makes you think a lot.
Yeah.
Like for example, and the way when it made me think also was because I I could probably be a single dad, but it'll be tough. And looking
Hmm.
back, I kind of take some of the stuff my wife
Yeah.
does for granted. Like, something as simple as taking the kids out and have some time alone so I can catch up on stuff in the house or something, or different things like that. Or taking over by she'll do dinner and I'll clean up, or kind of back and forth kind of thing, while taking care of the kids.
Right. Right.
But watching that movie just made me think that I'm pretty lucky to have that.
You know how? All right, we're dudes, and our minds they wander, right? Like you could be watching your kids, and then all of a sudden you'll be thinking, "Oh, there's a stick outside," or right, like we'll wander, right? That was horrible, horrible. But yeah,
I
but
was waiting to see where
yeah,
you're
our
going with
minds
this one.
wander, right? And my mind has wandered into the past before. Like this is maybe a little weird to admit, especially on recording. But I've kind of thought about like, what would I do if my wife died? just just a random thought that would come to my head, right? Like, if she died, what would I do? And I think it's funny that my mind goes there, but on a serious note, if it were to really happen,
Yeah,
knock on wood, right? Like, I think I'd be fucked, dude. Like, being parents is it's a lot of teamwork,
yeah, definitely a
between
two-person job.
yourself and your wife, your partner. Yeah, definitely, it's a two-person job, absolutely. And you have to you really have to give it up to the single parents, like you mentioned earlier, the single moms, but single dads, like, fuck, dude, I wouldn't know what to do. I really wouldn't know what to do. I'd be so fucked. Um, I
Yeah,
mean, like, I know how to take care of my kids, but I don't know how to juggle everything. Like, go to work, provide, take care of my kids, feed the kids, keep a clean house,
uh,
pay all the bills, entertain the kids, entertain myself so I don't go fucking crazy. Like, don't know if I could be able to juggle everything and function properly and make sure that everything, every day to day task gets completed. Like, I don't know.
and
I seriously think I'd be
I
fucked.
totally agree with that 100% because even now, I'll be doing something and my wife will come to me, hey, did you do so and so? Like, oh, damn it, forgot. Gotta go do that. And she's like kind of a reminder almost. And we'll be watching TV or something, and she'll be like, hey, did you put the trash out? Like, damn it, no, I didn't. I gotta put the trash out. There's little things like that she's there to remind me of, and if it weren't for her being there, even little things like that, my my trash would be piling up,
Yeah.
and no bill, not all the bills would get paid.
Oh yeah.
Different things like that, and and she asked me to do stuff, and it's like kind of annoying, but at the same time,
Yeah.
what if I was not here? She'd have to do all do it on her own, and if she's not here, I do it all on my
Hmm.
own. So even little things like that, yeah, I try to be thankful for that. I have her there to help. Cause yeah, I agree with you. If
Right.
she were not here, I'd be screwed.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I would. I mean, I forget to feed my kid or something.
Hmm. I know you won't say it, but fucked. You'd be fucked, dude.
Yes, I would. I would. I really
You're
would.
the straight guy. You're the clean guy. You,
I
you
really
ain't gonna
would.
say it, but I'll say it. You'd be fucked.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hmm.
You're right.
Hmm.
That's what that movie I mentioned earlier. That movie, Fatherhood. Man, it tackles just pretty much everything. Anywhere from trying to sleep with the baby,
Hmm.
taking care of the baby, working, all that. It tackled everything, even in-laws. And when you're dealing with the baby, it's a lot. It's a lot, and as they grow up, it doesn't get any easier. So
Oh yeah.
like I said, I'd definitely recommend this movie. It's a good watch.
Yeah. No, yeah. I've seen the trailer, and I on Browse, I've seen the trailer on Netflix for the Kevin Hart movie Fatherhood. I added it to the watch list, but I just haven't watched it. Um, but it does look like it would be a good drama. It seems like it'd
And
be a good
isn't
watch
that
for
what you
sure.
normally would see him in? It's a completely different character, but it's good.
I do know one dad. It's not necessarily like a single dad, same situation. Like it's a couple. They had a kid and they split up, and they kind of have shared days with their son. But I mean, as a single dad himself, friend, it does suck still. It does suck because I mean, he still has to, the time that he has with him, he has to provide. He's got to, feed him, put a roof over his head, clothe him, make sure he doesn't do anything, stupid. He's still got to raise him. He's still raising his son. So, I mean, he's not doing everything by himself. He still has the mother to, help out and do some stuff. But even that, man, like it's tough, dude. It really fucking sucks.
Oh yeah.
It's not a position that I would like to find myself ever. Like, no.
I hate to admit it because we know we both have the same amount of kids, but the more kids you add into the mix, the harder it gets.
Oh man, it sounds horrible. It sounds absolutely horrible.
Because it is.
Nah, man. So moral of the story, gentlemen. Take care of your girl. Take care of your wife. Take care of your baby mama. Take care of her. It's not just
baby mama.
Don't take her for granted, right? Like, show some gratitude.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I like that.
Take her out to dinner. Wash those dishes. Rub her feet a little bit. Go downtown.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, good times.
Mail, motherfucker.
Oh.
Yeah,
Did you hear that?
I'm sorry, what?
CK.
What?
Oh,
no.
It's time.
It is, isn't it?
It's that time.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
Mail is here. It never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to scream.
Come on.
Boom, and drop the mic.
Oh, perfect. Always great. Love our fans. We love our fans. All right. You ready for the first one?
Let me have it.
This first one comes from first name Rusty, last name Trombone. Rusty wants to know, Dear CK, how many people can someone sleep with before you secretly judge them for their number?
Like in a day or like a month or what? Like over a certain amount of weeks?
No. Like how many people they have slept with? Like, what's the acceptable amount that before you start judging them? Like, oh, that many? What's the sweet spot? Giggity.
That's a tough one though.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I can get a lot of backlash for this.
Right. I would think that it's different for both guys and girls. I mean, I know it's kind of double standards, right? But you would think that it's still like, I don't know, if a dude says 20 girls, hey, high five. But if a girl says 20 dudes, like, oh.
Unfortunately, that's very true.
Yeah.
It is very true.
Yeah, it's just the way guys think.
I would probably say 10.
So for a guy, 10. 10 would be acceptable. But once he hits 11, that's where you're like, ooh, 11? for a guy?
Or a girl. I think it works for both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah. But then again, let's say it was me. Let's say I was the one that had 10. Let's say I had 10. Would that make me wrong to just enjoy life and keep going? Would that be wrong for me? I mean, you're out there.
That's where it does get questionable. Because
you're not really doing anything illegal. You're not doing anything wrong. You're using. I'm guessing. I hope you're using protection. I mean, I don't see what's so wrong with it.
Hope so. Hoping. Should. Wrap it up, guys.
And of course, I know that they're only 97% effective at times. So there is a possibility that something could happen. But it doesn't make you responsible. I mean, accidents happen.
True. You
took the precautions you're supposed to take.
True.
Aside from not doing anything. That's right.
Right.
That's why I see it. It's I can't.
Okay.
So pretty much here's my final
10's
answer.
That magic number. 10's a sweet spot.
Here's the magic number.
Okay, let's hear it.
I don't have one.
Don't
I
have
can't. I can't put one on there because it's too hard. Because it's just too hard to remember me.
Giggity.
It's too hard. Because look at this one. Let's say you have a good-looking guy. He's a freaking supermodel. Sleeps with like the number 10 people.
Right.
And you go to 11, you're like, oh, that's a little too much. But then you got this other guy who's an ugly ass dude, not a good-looking guy whatsoever. Yet he sleeps with like 12 people. You're like, damn, how do you do it? That's awesome. Compared to the other guy who does the same, just better looking. So it's pretty obvious how he did it. But the other guy, it's not obvious how he did it.
That's true. That's true. Okay. I mean,
I don't know if that makes sense.
You got a point. You have a point. It's impressive, right? Like, I mean, it's in a way, it's impressive, right? Like,
For them,
like high five.
For him,
yeah. It's definitely.
Yeah. For someone like him, yeah, I would say impressive.
Yeah, and for women though, I mean, they think completely different than guys do. They don't like to, even though if the number is high, they don't like to disclose that number because they don't want to seem like they're slutty or they're loose or.
Right.
So I mean, I guess their numbers would differ.
When a girl tells you how many guys she slept with, multiply it by 3, and that's the real number.
If a guy tells you how many girls he's hooked up with, it's not even close to that. Take that number and divide it by 3, then you get the real total. Rule 3. It's an exact science.
I guess, is 10 still that sweet spot for you? Like, if there was some girl at work or something, she revealed to you, yeah, she's had sex with 10 different dudes. You're cool with that. But as soon as she says 11, you're like, oh. or would you still be, not judging her for it?
Shoot, that's a tough one. Damn.
Maybe you know what? Maybe it's also different because we're both married dudes. We're kind of off the market. Mm-hmm. But if you were younger, you were single, and you were potentially trying to date this person, and she told you it was 11, would you think twice?
How hot is she?
So it matters. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Dude, I'm a guy. It's gonna matter. I'm a guy.
That's true. You know what? Yeah. That's fair to say.
I can guarantee that.
That's just the way we think, right?
This. This has happened first-hand experience to me. I worked at a restaurant before as a waiter. Waiters depend a lot on tips. You know that. I don't know if you've ever been a waiter or not, right. But they depend on their tips. And
oh, yes, sir.
I saw literally this happen in front of my face. Good-looking waiters don't have to work as hard as some non-looking waiters to get a better tip. And I've seen this happen. I've seen people do it, and I've seen it happen to people, which I think is really unfair because the good-looking guy could give you the, normal kind of service he gives everybody else, and get a great tip, and the other guy who does give you the same exact kind of service, but not good-looking, is going to get less for that reason. How is that fair?
Yep.
Or hell, the guy could even give you better service. He would still get paid less.
You're probably right. Yeah.
Same thing goes for women. A better looking waitress is going to get a better tip, obviously, for doing the exact same service.
True. It is very true. I used to be very highly tipped in my waiter days. Very highly. Just...
Right, and then you woke up from your dream and you went back to normal life, right?
That's exactly what happened.
That's what I thought.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right though, and that's why a lot of women become bartenders, right?
Yeah, but a woman bartender put up with a lot. Yeah, and from what I've heard.
That's true.
When I heard they put up with a lot.
That's true. But
they get fancied on.
Yeah.
So we'll go for
that. Final answer: the number for the female depends on their level of hotness.
Which, in a way, now that I kind of think about it, I'm kind of the person that I just described. Because I'm depending on their number, depending on their hotness. Just like the other people, their tip also depended on their hotness. It's a twisted web that we weave right now. It's confusing. Because me being a waiter, I've gone through that. I've gotten great tips.
Yeah, there's definitely
crap tips.
Yeah, you definitely ran a marathon there trying to avoid and giving a definitive answer.
Yes. Oh, shit.
So, final answer: undecided.
I'm gonna have to go.
Not applicable.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go undecided on that one, man. It's too hard.
All right.
Decided, yeah. Just depends too much. It just varies. It depends. Yeah. That's fair. You know, that's a fair answer. I think I agree with you. It's a fair answer.
All right, cool.
It depends. Too many variables.
I'm gonna stick with that one then. I'm happy with that.
And welcome to Bro Etiquette or Brodicate. Brodicate. Still no?
That's not working.
Still no? Bro Etiquette. Okay.
Still no.
Brodicate, the part of the show where we answer all the question a man should know. BB, the foulest mouth from the south here. And joining me today for this segment is the human gas casket, Kuckle, and
I'll accept that one.
the mighty shell-shocked gUNzz.
What's up, guys?
So to kick things off, we're going to jump right in. Topic number 1. Have your bros back no matter what. You're no friend if you cannot watch out for him. Perspectives, gentlemen.
Okay, so let's put it this way. It depends on the situation, I think. Say if we're at a bar, my friend picks a fight with some guy. He's pretty cut up. He's had it up. He's a little bit of a scary looking dude.
Okay.
And he pulls out like martial arts move. He's an MMA fighter or something. Sorry, dude, you pick this fight. You're on your own. Am I a bad friend? Maybe. But am I going to be helping him up into the damn car whenever he's all fucked up? Yeah. I mean, someone's got to do it, right? I'd say that's being a good friend.
Jesus. Okay, but what if it's the other way around, where the guy is picking on your friend, and then he needs backup? Your friend didn't pick the fight, but the other guy did.
In that case, I guess we're both getting our ass whooped.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's still an MMA fighter.
Still an MMA fighter. We're getting our asses whooped.
What about you, gUNzz? You're a little bit older, early 30s guy. What's your take on this?
Well, if he's picking the fight, that's his own fight. But if the guy has friends and they decide to try to jump him, then definitely I'm jumping in. And if the other guy just picks on him, then that guy's getting jumped. Definitely.
Okay, so for you as well, it's situational. It's not a no matter what. Like, it is situational in your opinion.
Yeah,
both of you,
and
actually.
especially if they're doing like a felony or whatever. Clearly, I'm not gonna partake. I ain't doing no time.
Mm-hmm. For me, I'm in my late 30s, guys. So my take on that, having your bros back no matter what. Yeah, I agree. It's got to be situational. It's not a no matter what. Like I choose my friends wisely. Like I have, smaller circles, and I'm fairly certain that most of my friends aren't going to be doing stupid stuff that need someone there. However, I do have a couple here and there, Lizzie, who are, he is not afraid to open his mouth and voice his opinion, which is cool. It's fine, but he can get himself in some sticky situations. It really does depend. I feel like if he's the one talking shit and then he starts the fight. I mean, if it's just one dude, I mean, I'm on the sideline. I'm watching. But if this guy's got a couple friends coming in, well, it's kind of like you said, Kuckle. I'm jumping in. I'm gonna help my friend out. He kind of started it, but he's a dumbass for doing so. But I kind of feel like I'd be obligated to jump in there.
Yeah.
Or I'd be obligated to help in one way or another, like get him the fuck out of there.
What if it's like a massive guy? What if it's a massive guy like the Big Show?
That's I'm going for a leg, man. I'm going for a leg. Oh man, that's.
I feel like that question's more like a teenager will have their back no matter what type.
Yeah,
like a high schooler or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's why we're answering this question, because young men kind of feel like, oh, that's my boy. I have to be there, But I mean, honestly, I think we're in agreement. It's situational. It's not a you have to have my back sort of thing. Like it's these are unwritten rules, but who the fuck wrote them? Like it's not
they're
obligatory.
unwritten.
First guy that got jumped.
You might be right. but
From now on, you gotta have my back, guys.
No, yeah, just because we're friends and we're cool, that's my bro. I mean, does not mean that I'm going to do the exact stupid thing that my bro is going to do. Like
right. like all the old sayings go. If your friend jumps off a bridge, are you going to jump off after? Probably not. It's just because you make a dumb decision doesn't mean we have to make the same one.
I agree.
Yeah.
I guess just one last thing to add. What I might probably be doing, and because I catch myself doing this all the time, like I'll advise, I'll give my 2 cents, my friend, or even if you guys or whoever, right, like is planning to do something stupid, I'll be like, oh, I don't think you should do that because X, Y, and Z, and then try to stop them from doing something stupid. I kind of feel like that's the bro having his back right there, However, if my friend decides to proceed and do this stupid thing, I mean, he's a grown-ass man. He can do whatever the hell he wants. It's not on me. That's on him. And I mean, but again, it's situational. It depends on what level of severity, we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So, that's my take on it. All right. Cool. Let me kick off to the next one. If his girlfriend asks you about where he is, you know nothing. Nothing at all. Keep his whereabouts to yourself. Hang up and warn him.
For this one, I have a actual experience with that, and I definitely had his back.
Okay, do tell.
Well, basically, we were hanging out, a group of friends of us. It was a while back. Like, it was actually in the Marine Corps, like the first year. Okay. And one of the guys was actually married, and we went to a club, basically. Not the naughty ones.
Not the under 18 kind.
Yeah, that.
Not the titty bar.
Yeah.
No, I think that's exactly what he's talking about.
Oh, that bar. So
yeah,
you went to the titty bar. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And the type where you take single dollar bills.
See.
Yeah. And how it happened, his wife literally called all of us because he knew we hung out all the time, and he like, where's he at? Oh, is he with you? And then like everybody else like answered the phone call or text message, and I just looked at him, I was like, I just put it in my pocket. I didn't even answer. But they like stuttered. They were stuttering. They like didn't even know what to say, or even like in the text messages, like they were just panicking. I was like, oh, I didn't see it.
So what you're saying is they're not good liars.
No, I plead the fifth. Yeah.
See, personally, this is back when I was younger, like early 20s. Similar situation, his girlfriend, we all knew each other's, partners and shit like that. And I got a call. I don't think we were really doing anything stupid. I think we were like drinking and like, just hanging out and shit. But we had plans to go to the club. I want to say we were going to go to the club. And his girlfriend at the time didn't like him going to the club because, when he got drunk, he was a friendly guy.
Gives too many ones?
Yeah. And I remember she called me up and... No, yeah. I remember on the spot, she's like, do you know where he's at? I said, no, he said he couldn't come out. He was feeling sick or something. So we ended up ditching him. And so he might be asleep. I don't know. That's, so if he's not answering your phone calls, it's probably he's knocked out. He's feeling sick. And that was my thinking. Yeah. That was my quick thinking. So yeah, I've been in that situation as well.
Gotcha.
Had my bros back,
Okay.
and yeah, got away with it.
All right. Okay. Nice. Wow, that's so funny because I actually have a titty bar story as well in the same situation. It was back when I used to sell like colognes and perfumes like out on the street, like
I remember,
like street selling, right? Like I had my trench coat, like whoosh, had had all bunch of different stuff. My friend at the time, he would go everywhere, anywhere and everywhere. Nowhere was off limits, and he made friends with bouncers at strip clubs, and they would let him in. He would go, he would try to sell. He'd do his pitch to guys trying to throw money at women, and he'd probably hang out for an hour or two and then call it a night. Once he was able to get a group of us in, like we were celebrating or something, like we had a really good day of sales, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna take you guys here. And then we had a good time. We do what guys do at strip clubs. And then the very next day, his girlfriend was at the office, and she was talking to all these guys one by one, apparently. Because when I walked in, I remember I walked in a little late, and she was talking to somebody, and then she comes to me. He's like, I know you won't lie to me. I trust you. I know that you're going to tell me the truth. I know you guys went to the strip club. Did he do anything bad? Did he go to the back? Did he do any, I'm just like, no. He was with me the whole time. I had eyes on him all night. and I didn't. Most of the night I knew he was there. Did he go to the back? I don't know. I don't think so. But as far as what I was spitting, it was nope. I had eyes on him the whole time, and just did not let him out.
No hesitation.
No hesitation. It just exactly. It just nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong with that one. I mean, as far as I was aware, he wasn't doing anything bad. But
sure?
No, well, I'm not. But if he was if I knew it, I mean, I don't know. I'd have to think about that right now. Like if I'm on the spot, I think I would still proceed. Like, no, he had eyes on him the whole time. But if I have time, it happened, and then I'm thinking about it, and then she asked me the day after, oh shit, I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I don't really know. I don't really know what the answer would be.
Yeah, no, I've in the few occasions that I've had, you always cover his back, and then you go and you rendezvous with him, and be like, hey, she's asking about this situation, just so you know, kind of thing,
Yeah, I've done that too, actually. Now that you mention it,
yeah,
just have his back. I think afterwards, just let him know, hey man, you ain't get caught one day. That's about it.
Just as a quick disclaimer, ladies, if you're listening to this, we are different men now, and we are past that point. So there's no covering for anyone here. We're all straight A's.
Yeah, straight A's. Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Let's do one more. And let me read this real quick. If your buddy assigns you as a wingman at a party, make him proud by doing your job well. He hooking up with the girl, he is eyeing your responsibility. Get on it right away.
So basically, make sure that he's hooking up with the chick that he's looking at.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. If you're a wingman, for sure, play him up, make him sound better than he actually is. Help him catch that game. But you gotta be sure. If he's picking you as a wingman, you gotta be sure that you can play it up. If you're not a good liar, or if you're not a really good salesperson, you're not gonna sell this person really well. So I don't know. It depends on what you're working with. I would definitely. I don't see gUNzz as a really good flirtatious person or anything of the sort. Would I be able to sell him? I don't know.
Oh yeah, you probably could. I know he looks like
you'd be
shit, but
surprised.
he cleans up
Your
good.
mama. Your mama.
Yeah.
We can clean up the beard. That porn stash that he's got, we'll trim it up. We'll put a nice shirt on him.
Make
we'll
him
put
do
on
some sit-ups.
deodorant.
Yeah.
No.
He was a Marine. Look at these photos right here. Look at those muscles. Bam!
See,
Don't ask what happened after because
unlike you guys, I don't even need a wingman. I got this. I don't need a wingman like you guys.
No, yeah, for sure though. Wingman, you got to do it. If he asks you to help him out, you got to do it.
Yeah, no, I've done that before. I've helped out actually a couple friends being a wingman. My stores are just average, like basically how you expect it to roll out. Really, kind of like what's his name?
Barney.
How I Met Your Mother? Yeah, Barney.
No, I don't think I've really ever been a wingman, nor have I been, I guess, on the receiving end of a wingman, or I guess if you would say that. I've never been wingmanned.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never been assigned a wingman. Like, yeah, dude, I need you to be my wingman. Come out with me. Like, it's never really been like official wording that way. But yeah, I've kind of been in that situation before. I specifically remember I went out. It was me and my wife. Yeah. And MD was there, and he was trying to get with my wife's friend. So we went to a concert together as friends, right? But I mean, I knew what MD was doing, and I kind of helped teeter-totter push this dude to do things, even though he didn't want to. Like I remember specifically one situation where we were in the back of the crowd, and where there were chairs. We were chilling back there, hanging out in the chairs, and then the main performer came on stage, and she was like, "I'm gonna go to the crowd. You guys gonna come with me?" I was like, "Nah, hell no, I'm tired." So I was gonna sit back, and my wife stayed back with me, and MD was gonna chill back. He's like, "Nah, I'm good." He's back there, and she's like, "Okay," and she goes to the crowd. I look over at MD, and I'm like, "Go." Like, "Nah, I'm good. Go." No, I'm good right here.
So you had to push him into it.
Oh yeah, it's like, "Go, motherfucker!" And he ended up going. He had a great time. He ended up carrying her and putting her on his shoulders, and now they're married. So you're welcome. And so yeah,
so technically, you hooked them up.
Yep.
If it weren't for you, they probably wouldn't be married right now.
There's a pretty good chance. I mean, I'm not going to take all the responsibility, but I'm going to take all of the responsibility. So.
All right. I guess if you're going unofficial, I guess I technically have wingman. I've talked up one of my friends, and yeah, kind of similar. I don't know if they got married because of the situation, but let's say their first date that I kind of talked her into like giving him a chance. Their first date went really well. About 2 weeks after the first date, things went a little too well. She got pregnant on that first night.
Wow.
And
wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's class wingman right there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Brother, if you're out there listening to this, I'm sorry.
Power.
But yeah, he ended up marrying her for a few years. I think they had like 1 or 2 more kids. He's now divorced from her and all that, but I mean, it worked out for a few years.
Yeah.
Got 2 kids out of it, at least 2 kids.
Right on.
Yep. Yeah.
Nice. Well, that was fun. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And we'll keep doing this every week.
Yes,
Most
sir.
definitely.
That sounds good.
Etiquette, bro. Bro-etiquette.
Bro etiquette.
Bro-etiquette.
It's not gonna work.
Nah.
It's going to catch
Stop
on.
trying to push it.
It's going
Stop
to catch
trying
on.
to push it.
Coco.
It's
Bro-etiquette.
not gonna catch.
Please visit us at www.thesafiles.com where you can listen to all our prior episodes. And you can also check us out on Patreon where there are bloopers, a shit ton of bloopers. It's a good watch. It's a good time. It's definitely worth your time. Come check it out. It will help support the show, and that would be awesome. You can also email me at BogusBird@thesfiles.com.
Feel free to hit me up, CrazyKat at sfiles.com, where you can drop me a line, comment about something, or just chit chat.
And you can visit us at Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. And if you want to drop me an email, you can email me at AgentKuckle@thesfiles.com.
And you can also hear us at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. And you can also send me Pandora. I mean, just Pandora now, right?
Just Pandora.
Just Pandora.
Just
now.
Pandora. Lovable, likable Pandora.
Very lovable. You can send me an email at gUNzz@thesfiles.com.
Thank you for listening. This is BogusBird signing out.
And this is gUNzz signing out.
Catch you on the next
Thank
one.
Later.
TK saying, catch you on the flip side.